Good afternoon, my viewers. My name is Sheikh Hussaini. I am speaking from Kaduna in northern Nigeria. I want to make this appeal to the English speaking part of West Africa. By that, I mean those who can hear what I'm going to say today. It is about the response of the economic community of West African states to the military coup in Niger Republic. We are deeply concerned that the ECOWAS is still threatening to use military force to effect a regime change in Niger Republic. Our concern stems from the fact that there is going to be a serious consequences to the sub-region if this military operation goes ahead. Nigeria shares common border with Niger Republic. A war between ECOWAS and the Nigerian armed forces is simply a war between Nigeria and Niger. And it is certainly going to affect our people. What has happened in Niger should be addressed by the people of Niger Republic. We have gone through our own experiences of military rule for the 63 years of our political independence. And we have been able to restore democracy for the fact that we struggle and sacrifice our life to restore democratic rule. It is for the people of Niger to decide on what future is best for their people and also for their country. It is not for us to invade the country and restore a democratic order. We are not in support of military rule, but it has happened. It has happened in Guinea, it has happened in Mali, it has also happened in Burkina Faso. What is the rationale of using the military force to invade Niger Republic when we were not able to do that in Guinea, in Burkina Faso, and in Mali? Currently, there are over 500,000 Nigerian refugees that were sacked from their homes by terrorist groups that are being hosted in Niger Republic. What do we do about that? If the United States and France that had military bases in Niger couldn't stop a coup and couldn't restore democratic order, we should not be used. I think the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has to be very careful. A war between ECOWAS and Niger Republic is not going to be a tea party. States of Nigeria that bordered on Niger are going to be affected. And I don't see the possibility of any other West African country providing enough troops for this operation. It's all going to be on our own bill. In the 90s, Nigeria was in Sierra Leone and Liberia. We spent about $8 billion of our own money, and over 2,000 of our soldiers lost their lives. Nigeria has we have our own security challenges to fight, from Zamfara to Sokoto to Katsina to Niger to Kaduna State. We have terrorists kidnapping and killing our people. I believe our armed forces and our resources should be concentrated there in wiping out those terrorists that have become a menace for our country. I think it is time for France to sit back and reset its own agenda as far as Africa is concerned. What we have seen that is happening in the West African sub-region is a new wave of anti-colonial movement that is coming through military takeover, where governments are taking over their country back and ending colonial and neo-colonial treaties and agreements. I think this is also a message for all of us Africans. Every day, our people crosses the Sahara in a dangerous journey through Libya, Tunisia, or Algeria, and in search of greener pastures in Europe. Hundreds of people die in the Mediterranean Sea or along the way in the Sahara. It is a time for our own leaders to sit down and address this problem. Our own poverty, our own misery, our own hunger is man-made. Africa is the most richest of all the continent in terms of resources. Green pastures is here. Why don't our leaders take back our resources, explore our resources for the betterment of our own people? Europe is not our continent. We are Africans. All the resources of this world you think of, whether it's gold, silver, petroleum, copper, nickel, lithium, californium, we all have it in Africa. So there is no reason for our people to be moving into such a dangerous journey, dying on their way to Lampedusa in Italy, dying on their way to Britain, dying on their way to France and Spain. Our leaders are folding their arms. This is the time for us to address our problem. To ECOWAS leaders, find a room and address this problem through dialogue. West Africa needs a common currency. This is the time for it. And the major obstacle is CFA that is attached to French Central Bank. It is time for us now to think of how we can truly take back our continent and take back our countries. So for all, I would say that we are opposed to the use of military force to change the government in Niamey. They are brothers. We share the same border. We share the same history. We share the same culture. We share the same religious identity. It is going to be catastrophic for our nation. Thank you very much.